section right here, victims being persecuted by the prosecutors and criminals get free reign over the city. Well, joining us now to discuss this a bit more is David Harris Jr., the host of the David Harris Jr. Show and podcast, as well as columnist at Town Hall. Erin Elmore, great to be with both of you tonight. Thanks for being with us this Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, always. I mean, this story is outrageous. Erin, first to you, because you're an attorney. A lot of people are shaking their heads saying, do we not have a right to self-defense here in America? Because this man's now charged with second-degree murder. Where does this come down in the legal case that he can be charged when it looks like otherwise he could have been killed?
Absolutely. And this is the terrifying reality of living under George Soros-funded district attorneys like we have across the country. The inmates are running the asylum, and this administration is enjoying every minute because what they want is this distrust in government. They want you to fear for your life. And when you are fearful, you are more easily controlled. And honestly, what message did this send to the American people? I don't have a right to defend myself. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness no longer exists. When a career criminal can go into someone's store, go behind their register, and threaten their life, they have every right to defend themselves. And this is an absolute problem. And we need to pay very close attention to who we're voting for on every level, whether it's school board or district attorney, because these votes matter and we need to get rid of these people immediately. And that's why the November midterms are going to be so important. Everyone should go out and vote a straight Republican ticket because we need big change in this country. Everyone should have the right to defend themselves.
It's hard to watch that video, too. I mean, we see Alba and that suspect, Erin, that you mentioned, 35-year-old Austin Simon. David, there's a new survey out by the Bodega Association, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and they say crime is up 70 to 80% at bodegas and supermarkets. And they're warning, sadly, that more people could get killed because they need to defend their businesses. I mean, Alba's just trying to earn a living, and now he's at Rikers Island. His bail was reduced from $250,000 to $50,000. Have a really big speaker, Donald Trump, taking the stage in Anchorage, Alaska. About 30 seconds to each of you. What are you hoping to hear tonight? What do you think we'll hear from former President Trump? Erin, to you first.
What I love about President Trump is you never know exactly what he's going to say. He does always react to the audience. So when he gets big applause, he does really well. And I will tell you what, as a contestant on The Apprentice, I was many years ago, Donald Trump is a very, very funny man. He is very sharp-witted. I think he's going to have these people laughing, have these people clapping. You know, as conservatives, we've lost Hollywood, we've lost sports. This is a chance for us to get together and unite as one and feel like we have a place to belong.
Yeah, you're right. And he certainly is not someone who needs note cards or reads the prompter over and over, David Harris Jr. What are you hoping to hear?
Well, I know that we're going to hear just another continually amazing speech from a man that loves this country, that stands up for the freedoms and fights courageously with all the attacks on the mainstream media that are now being exposed as lies. Everything that they've thrown at him has been exposed.
All right, great. Well, we love having you with us on a Saturday night, a Save America rally night. David Harris Jr., Erin Elmore, as always, thank you so much for being with us here on Newsmax.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nevada State GOP Chairwoman Amy Tarkanian, and also columnist Erin Elmore, an attorney, Republican strategist. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us this Saturday night. Good to know what type of world they're going to be in. And sadly, we see instead of, the criminals being prosecuted, they're let out. We had the case in New York of this Jose Alba we talked about, within the past hour, Erin, and it's really unfortunate. But also, I think there's another attack, and that's on the nuclear family. And we see it time and time again when, the DOJ wants to go after parents who want to be involved in school boards. It's really frustrating that we continue to have to fight back just to have control over raising our own children and not have them be indoctrinated at school, Erin.
I mean, I live this on a daily basis, truthfully, and I say to every mom, every parent out there, the day of passive parenting is over. You need to go to those school board meetings. You need to see what they say in the minutes. You need to read every piece of homework, watch everything that they're watching, check their text messages, because our kids are being hit from the Cartoon Network to Sesame Street to their schools. So really, there is this attack on our children, whether it's with trans activism or just liberalism. And also, by the way, destruction of the nuclear family, that's not a coincidence. If you don't have your family, the socialist countries and the communist countries know that you'll be more reliant and more dependent and more influenced by the government. And that's why I think President Trump is so amazing, that he really cares about the nuclear family. And he speaks about our right as parents to understand and be a part of what our children are learning in schools. I actually work with a group called Pennsylvania Conservative Women, and they've actually been at the forefront of this, fighting these school boards all across the country. And we really need to get to the ballot boxes and get to the polling places in November and choose the right leaders for us. And those will obviously be conservatives. We don't want to defund the police. We don't want to destroy the nuclear family. We want our children to have a safe place to grow up in this constitutional republic that we call America. And thank God for President Trump. And I'm happy and thrilled to see what he's doing for the great people of Alaska and to see what Sarah Palin has to say tonight as well.
Yeah, Sarah Palin and also U.S. Senate candidate Kelly Chewbacca is going to be talking as well. Now, it's interesting because she's running against a Republican incumbent, Senator Lisa Murkowski. People had speculated that he would, but obviously with a lot of finance laws, there's going to be a wait here. But he obviously always sounds like he's ready. And, you know, by the polls, Erin, I don't think there's anyone, you know, who could even come close to him. I know you're in Florida, as am I, and, you know, a lot of people are saying, what about Ron DeSantis? But, you know, Trump out there with the crowds that we see, the MAGA movement and the numbers there, it's going to be tough once he enters that race for anyone to take him on. Don't you agree?
I think that President Trump started this whole grassroots America First revolution that got people that never cared about politics, that felt that no politician had ever spoken to them or cared about them, to be awake and to be involved and to really see what America is all about. And that passion is what gives President Trump, I mean, he's already has boundless energy, but even more energy. And I do think that he and DeSantis could be a great combination. But Governor DeSantis, who has said several times he's focusing on the state of Florida, and as a Florida resident, selfishly, I want to keep him here. And I don't think there's some big rift. A lot of the people in the mainstream media is trying to paint this big problem. They're both great leaders, and they're both very similar. They're brilliant, they're captivating, and they really care about what's going on in America and how to make it a better place. But I do believe with absolute certainty that President Trump is running. It's not a matter of if he's going to announce, it's a matter of when. So stay tuned. Maybe even tonight will be the night, because people are saying he wants to do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Erin Elmore, Amy Tarkanian, ladies, great to have you with us. Great analysis, and we appreciate you being with us on a Saturday night. Enjoy the rally.
Enjoy the rally.
Thank you.